Welcome to the channel. So about 5 months ago, I did a first impressions video of this shoe here, the Nike ZEGAMA. So straight on the feet, nice and comfortable upper. That's a little soft padded tongue with the, that's comfortable. Nice lockdown so far. Obviously we're just walking around. Comfort wise, extremely comfortable, obviously nice and bouncy. As I said, I've just literally put them on and come outside. So a lot more testing has to be done, but the first impressions so far are quite good actually. They also seem plenty wide enough up front, and luckily my big toe is able just to go nice and straight up. It's not being pushed in. That's what had caused few issues before, but width-wise, they seem pretty good actually. And my first impressions were, as you probably saw in the video, link up there, were really good. I really enjoyed the feel, the comfort, the upper, everything. I was drawn to the shoe for many different reasons, but one of the main reasons was it had the Zoom X, and I was always a big fan of the Zoom X foam in the Nike Next Percent. Also the fact that it was only a 4mm drop, the upper, the width, it all looked pretty good. It didn't seem too constricting, didn't seem too tapered. So the ingredients there were pretty good to make a pretty good shoe. But I think after a few weeks of using it properly, I kind of lost the initial joy that I had with the shoe, and I put it to a side, and I just assumed it wasn't quite right, and it was a bit chunky and it was a bit Nike and just not really right for me. So I didn't really give it the just deserves. Didn't really pay too much attention to it, and I'd left it to a side. But giving it more time, letting my foot sink in that midsole a little bit more, and using it in my rotation, it's a really good shoe, really fun shoe. The grip is good, the comfort, the spring. That Zoom X works really nicely, obviously on the road, pavement. So as a road to trail shoe, it's a great transitional shoe too. Lovely, comfortable lockdown, the upper, the tongue. To be honest, I haven't actually got too much to fault with the shoe because it's still a pretty low drop as well. That 4mm drop, and plenty of room up front for your toes to wiggle around a little bit. Especially enough room for your big toe to sit straight, not be tapered in. And that is the big thing about the Nikes and the Hokas, is that they generally taper your foot in. So I'm glad I didn't rush into a sort of 2-3 week mark review, because it probably wouldn't have been as positive and as optimistic as it is now. I'm really glad that I have actually used it back in the rotation, because it's a fun shoe. You know, as I said, the 4mm drop, the bouncy ride, the comfort, the space. It's a good shoe. The traction isn't bad, but the overall feel of the shoe is, it's nice. It's a nice, fun shoe. So I would probably recommend most people to try it. I think it reminds me a little bit somehow of the Speedgo, very similar drop. The Speedgo, but with a bit more width, not too constricting up front. And there's enough protection up front there with the toe bumper, and the grip was pretty okay actually. The grip's pretty good. But in regards to wear and tear, I can't say too much right now because I haven't used it enough to warrant its longevity. But what I can say is it's a fun shoe and it works well. This is a 10.5, fits perfectly in regards to UK size 10.5. I normally go for a size 10.5 and this feels great. So that's it. There we have the follow-up review for the Nike ZEGAMA. I'm actually also just testing out now the Nike Wild Horse 8, which is really nice. Surprisingly, I used to love the Wild Horse 5. The Wild Horse 5 was the shoe that I did my first Ultra in. I think I did my first 100 in the Wild Horse 5. It's a great shoe, but the Wild Horse 8, yeah, really nice. Anywho, hope that helps. Hope you liked it. Please click that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. I will see you all very soon.